Hello, fourth graders, and welcome to the answers to your workbook pages 230, 231, and 232. Please make sure that you have your name on the top of your papers because you will be tearing this out and turning it in the completed work bin. Alright, this is the top part of Anna's multiple tower. Answer these questions about her tower. Alright, this is the top part. So what number did Anna count by, and how do you know? And the way that we find that out is we look at what is the difference between these numbers. You could say 168 minus 154. You could say 154 minus 140, 140 minus 126. It doesn't matter because you're going to get the same answer regardless, okay? So if I were to do 154 minus 140, then I know that she is skip counting by 14s. She is skip counting by 14s, and so the way that you know is you can show 150 minus 154 minus 140, and that is 14. Okay, so now how many numbers are in Anna's tower so far? So we know that they're skip counting by 14, and so we want to try to figure out, okay, well, how did they get all the way up to 168? How many times did they have to skip count by 14 to get there? Okay, so you can skip count by 14s until you get up to 168 and then count how many times it took you. That would definitely be one way, or we can do it another way to be a little bit quicker. Well, I know that 14 times 10 equals 140. And look at there, guys. I see 140. So I know that's the 10th multiple. But then I know 14 times 11 is 154. And 14 times 12 is 168. So I know that they have skip counted 12 times. All right, now question number 3. Write a multiplication equation that represents how many numbers are in Anna's multiple tower. Well, we know that she's skip counting by 14s, and we know that she's already done it 12 times. So 14 times 12 equals 168. All right, let's go to our next page of 231. Now, 231 goes along with page 230 because it wants to know what is the 10th multiple in Anna's tower. Well, didn't we do that a while ago when we multiplied 14 times 10? Skip counting by 14, 10 times, that is 140. Then, question number 5. Imagine that Anna adds more multiples to her tower. What would be the 20th multiple in her tower? Well, if that is the 10th multiple, and we want to know what the 20th is, all we have to do is add 140 plus 140. Because that's the 10th and the 10th, and the 10 plus 10 makes 20. And that will give us the answer. So that answer is 280. What would be the 25th multiple in her tower? Well, we know the 20th multiple is 280. That's the 20th multiple. Okay? We need to go 5 more. So you could start at 280 and you could skip count 5 more times, or you could say 14, since that's what we're skip counting by, times 5 more, get that answer, and add it to the 280. Well, 14 times 5, let's see, 4 times 5 is 20, carry my 2, and 5 times 1 is 5, plus 2 more, and that's 70. So now I could say 280 plus 70, and that will tell me what the 25th multiple will be. So that gives me 350. Make sure that you put your name on the top of this paper as well. Okay? All right, now let's go to our last page, which was 232, measuring angles. It says use the corner of a sheet of paper as a 90-degree angle to help you measure each of the angles below. You may also fold the corner of another sheet of paper in half to make a 45-degree angle with which to measure. Match each angle to one of the measures in the box. one measure is used twice. Okay? So we can see that this is an acute, this is an acute, this one, we're going to need to check. Oh, this one's 90 degrees. We can go ahead and put our 90 degrees right there. We can see that this one's an acute, so we know it's got to be less than 90, and this is an acute. But we also see that these three are going to be greater than 90 degrees. Okay? So we know that 90 degrees is the corner right here of our paper. So let's look at number 1. And we see that number 1, the angle goes right here through the middle. So what is half of 90? Half of 90 is 45 degrees. All right, let's look at angle number 2. Let's use our corner of our paper. I'm going to put it right here. And I see this angle does not go through the middle. This angle is smaller. Look at that. It is smaller than 45 degrees. Do we see any angles up here that are smaller than 45? We sure do. This one must be 30. We'll save these big ones for last. Okay? Now, let's look at number 6. So, let's take our paper, put it right here on the corner. And I can see that this is smaller than the 45. Looks to me like this one is also going to be smaller than 45. So this one's going to be 30 degrees. And then I look at this one right here. And man, that one to me looks greater than 45, but not by much. Not by much. So I'm going to say greater than 45, up right there, 60 degrees. So now I've used the 30, the 45, the 60, and the 90. So now I have these guys right here. So we have 120 degrees, 135, and 150. So now you have to look at each of these and let's see which one's the biggest. I can see number 5 is the widest. So number 5 is going to be 150 degrees. Now, which one is the next biggest? It's kind of hard to determine between this one and this one right here. So we can use our edge of our paper. So we know that that is 90. Gosh, that goes over a little bit farther. Man, so let's do this one right here and see what we get. So we see that this one measures 90. And then let's draw a line right here so we can now compare these two measurements. So we're looking at this measurement here and then this measurement here. Which of these is a bigger angle? This one or this one? If you said number 3, that's exactly correct. So for number 3, the answer is 135 degrees. So that means question number 8 must be 120 degrees. So go ahead and look at your answers one more time. Number 1 is 45 degrees. Number 2 is 30 degrees. Number 3 is 135 degrees. Number 4 is 90 degrees. Number 5 is 150 degrees. Number 6 is 30 degrees. Number 7 is 60 degrees. And number 8 is 120 degrees. Now, don't forget to put your name at the top of this paper as well. Tear out all 3 pages. So that's 230, 231, and 232. And then put your completed work in the completed work bin.